Hey, what's up? It's Mykill Metal, and I am back to playing some KSP. And this is pretty cool. I noticed that with the new update, you can actually change the colors of the lights for launch. And I tried sending stuff to Laythe, but as it turns out, there's a glitch with RealChutes, and things started flying apart, so I had to redo the entire thing. And here's me launching the first part, which is the station core. It was a little wobbly on takeoff, but it turns out to be fine. I wanted to send a bigger structure with some of the I think it's Porkworks or something with the rotating centrifuges, but it didn't work. And here's me setting up a burn so that I encounter Laythe. Try to bring the periapsis down to about 10 kilometers. Just time warp in and get to the burn spot and let MechJeb do the burn so it's as precise as physically possible. And I'll just tweak it a little bit with the RCS right after that and make the burn. And here's me coming in at Laythe, setting up my periapsis so that I can aero brake a little bit. And here's me aero braking and engine braking, sorry, and do the aero braking in a minute. And then as I went through, turns out I thought I didn't have enough delta V, but I did. And bring that in just enough, and then bring it around another time to circularize it, just to use as least amount of fuel as possible. Just bring that down. There you go. And then now I'm going to set up a maneuver node to change the inclination to 0. And let MechJeb do that. Get it as close to 0. I think it ends up at 0.003 or 0.005, which is very, very precise. And I would not be able to do that. So I did it this way. Once this is done, I'm going to lower the periapsis down to 100. And then I'm going to go down to the periapsis and circularize. And then this is going to be Laythe Station. It's going to be at a 100-kilometer orbit above Laythe. And as you can see right there, that's the old Kethane scanner that didn't exactly stick around. I'm going to be sending up a part with some procedural fairings to capture that. And there you go, set it up in a north-south orbit. And here's the first lander coming in. I'm going to bring this whole big bitch in there and then dock it up and use the fuel that's inside of it to refuel the station. And then what I'm going to do is undock, bring it back a little bit with the RCS, decouple the second from the first stage, and then reattach this back to the station. I'm going to do that for all four of the landers, sorry. And as this is a colonization mission, there's no need for landing gear or a return vehicle, as most of the Kerbals that are going to the surface of Laythe will not be returning. Here's 3. And 4. Open the shield at the last second. Almost forgot to do that. Also in the comments, I want you to let me know if you like the music on or off. because I kind of like the sped up music. But yeah, here's the first of the transport section of the stuff that I'm sending up in orbit. This is going to stay in orbit of Kerbal with the awesome clouds and stuff. And this is the first section. I'm going to flip this up north. And here's the second part, the science lander. This is the science habitat that's going to land on Laythe. And these two, plus the next part, are going to be the ship that takes the Kerbals from Kerbal to Laythe. And as you'll see in a minute, we got that docked. I'm going to bring this back to the surface and crash it, because I don't need clutter. There was a glitch with steam gauges where every time I pressed H, the HUD would pop up. Every time I pressed H for the RCS, the HUD would pop up. And I had to delete it because it wouldn't allow me to rebind the key. We're going to burn it up. Those awesome clouds. RCS survives. And here's the final transport core. And as you can see, I also removed Ferrum, because Ferrum is driving me absolutely batshit right now. And I don't want to put up with it. And here's me bringing it in. Most of the launches were automated, but I did all of the docking manually. There we go. We got this fat bitch all assembled, and I'm gonna flip it so that I can get it all set up for a burn out of the sphere of influence. Get that all straightened out. I had to use RCS to turn it, because otherwise that was not going to happen. Use time warp to stop it from wiggling around and inflate that. And that's going to be it for this episode, so keep watching, and I'll see you next time.